No day 1. No, we're starting at day 7. We're skipping days 1 through 7. We speedrunners. So none of these cutscenes get to be watched. Who needs the plot when we can go through the days? Alright, so this day right here is our first mission. Days is basically a whole mission base. And unfortunately we have to go through all of them. I'm wasting frames already. Starting up at Halloweentown, we get to meet Axel, and Axel tells us the base movements on how to do things. Pretty standard, just gotta jump through these cutscenes. A lot of tutorials will appear on the bottom screen. I've played this game well enough that I should know all the tutorials by now. If I don't know any of the tutorials, I'm pretty much a bad speedrunner. So yeah, we get to chill for a bit, walk around. This chest right here has a potion in it. If you can mash examine before the information pops up, you can open the chest just slightly early. One small thing about like this game is if ever you have that information bar at the top, you can't actually interact with anything. So whenever that pops up, I press Y to cancel it right away, just so I don't have to deal with it ever again. You can cancel it with any button, but Y does absolutely nothing. So, B button, oops. But yeah, we got congratulated by Axel right there. Got the good old clap. Oh no, that's the wrong button. You guys got to see some text. I can't be showing the lore. It depends on how far you get in the game. I'd say it's a pretty fun game, but there's a lot of like very tricky parts if you can. Is Heartless, dude. If like you get to some of the later boss fights, they can be a bit much. Like I know people get stuck on Ruler of the Skies quite frequently. So this mission is the first combat mission. I want to basically clear all these in as few swipes as possible. All the yellow nocturnes. Yellow nocturnes? What are they called? I want to say the yellow nocturnes. I'm gonna go with yellow nocturnes. Yellow operas, I was close. It's red nocturnes. Anyways. I'm getting like fairly decent luck here, but unfortunately that guy ruined everything for me, so goodbye decent luck. The best way to kill these yellow operas is getting one hit and a finisher, and unfortunately you have a 3-hit combo. So I have two hits and then a finisher, and I only need one of the 2 hits to actually hit first before those guys die. Yeah, Days picks up much later and the story becomes much more complex, but a lot of the early game is rather slow. So this mission right here, I believe is our... nope. The next mission. This mission tells us that we have to kill certain targets in order to advance through missions. There's small things you can do, like I'm intentionally whiffing the first hits, and then hitting the second hit, the finisher on the yellow operas. And that's only because I just don't want to waste time getting out my combos. These dire plants have the most health, so I focus them more, and any hits on the yellow operas are just like additional, and they can be cleaned up rather easily. Yeah, for like the first few days, we're just gonna be walking around. We don't get dodge roll until day 14. Well, mission reward of day 13. Day 14 is when we equip it. So for now, we're just gonna be walking around, killing Heartless, doing our good old duty to this game. Right there we got Fire in our mission rewards, and Fire is the first magic we'll be using. The thing about this game is normal attacks really aren't that powerful, so a lot of our decks, or panels rather, are going to be more centralized. Oh, come on. More centralized towards magic. And we do have some instances where we'll need... Oh, come on. Recent frames. Where we'll need, like, raw stats for strength. But... Oh, I messed this up. Whatever. I was supposed to shortcut that fire. I know. We will need some raw damage later on. But for the most part, we won't need anything, because most of our damage comes from magic. Okay, that was a bit of hardware malfunction. My DS is kind of old, so the L button has become unresponsive. So if ever I just attack randomly, that's me trying to mash out a fire. Dude, the crit multipliers are actually really nice. But yeah, crits, if you want to do damage normally with like basic attacks, you go for crit. I think the max you can get is like 76% crit or something like that. It's like 2/3 chance at least. Yeah, crit's pretty powerful if you go for physical attacks. But for what we get to do, we get to pick up a lot of magic-based things, because most of the magic will be getting 1 or 2 shots to any enemies. Yeah. This is the first reconnaissance mission. I basically have to go to set locations and examine them. So I'm trying my hardest to avoid spawning Heartless. Getting into any kind of battle, it locks my menu into like a battle state. So when it's in a battle state, I actually can't examine anything. And the only way to examine things is if all Heartless are off the screen, like even on the map. Alright, so this mission is the first mission that teaches us about limit breaks. Limits are really good. Limits for the most part will be our main damage towards boss fights. And any like normal monster will be, or not monster, but Heartless rather. Normal Heartless, or sometimes nobody. Oh, I did that wrong. Whatever, that's slow. Limits are mostly used for the boss fights. For the Mega Shadow right there, you actually don't have to use your limits. It's slightly slower to use a normal attack plus a fire, but I do it because it's more consistent for me. You can run out of limit before you kill the Shadow, because he can troll you. I just don't like it. Alright, so day 14, we get to use some of our new items. We get some ethers, get dodge roll, scan, as well as skill gear. Skill gear basically changes our keyblade to a just stronger damage overall. Yeah, dodge roll is now our fastest form of movement, and scan is just there to check HP. You can, in theory, go scanless, but unlike games like KH2, there aren't like hard set strategies. It's all like knowing how much HP they have. Alright, so I'm gonna try. Oh wow. The reason why I'm playing on Proud mode is I want to get as many possessors on me. One will work. Okay, a yellow opera hit me, so there we go, first death. That's pretty normal, this is day 14. I wanted possessors to get on me though. Hello, possessors. Okay, one's on me, that's fine. So, in Proud mode, you take more damage, and... yeah, that can happen. That basically allows us to get into limit much faster, and... it can be abused in a lot of situations. Alright, I'm at tons of health here. We're good though. There we go. Yeah, shoutouts to the frame rate. This mission in specific, you can die like 3-4 times. Alright, so I went over to the side there to kind of manipulate the Scarlet Tangos to go together. They weren't being nice to me. So, unfortunately I have to hit this guy to death. But I don't want to actually die. So I'm gonna play it a tiny bit safe here. You can get one combo off as he's charging up. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If you get really lucky with how they spawn, the two Scarlet Tangos will go together, and then the yellow operas will just die from like a single hit. I believe you do the same damage across... No, you do more damage the higher difficulty you go up. Because I know beginner uses a lot more magic. If not, then it's just the damage you take. I don't think your damage actually increases anymore. No. There's no damage increase. I'm dumb. The only form of damage increase you get is on yourself. So I take more damage, and more damage is basically tool to get into limit faster. It makes a lot of the strats cleaner. So like, a majority of this run will be done on level 1. I missed the Watcher. Yeah, ignore what I said originally. You take more damage, you do the same damage across all difficulties. Yeah. I just was thinking, like, do more damage? Because I know in the beginner runs, you use magic a lot more, and that's only because you can't get in a limit as fast as you can in Proud. Oh, that Watcher avoided all of Larxine's damage. So what I'm trying to do here is hit all these Watchers into a wall, and Larxine has Thunder, and she's being really mean to me. Alright, thanks Larxine for being help. But Thunder does a lot of damage if things are up against a wall, and I'll be abusing that much later. Kill it, please. Thank you. I got kind of good and bad luck there. Normally the Watchers, you use 2 fires, and Larxine like teams with the rest. But I got hit in the limit range, and if you get hit in the limit range on like normal enemies, it's basically just like go into limit. At the early stages, your magic doesn't do a whole lot of damage, so going to limit doesn't actually take any time. In fact, going to limit from, like, in the early stages is much faster than using magic. The only issue is getting into limit consistently. But yeah, Larxine, your party members in a menu, I basically set their AI so that they only use magic. So instead of using basic attacks, they use magic, and their magic is much stronger than their basic attacks. So they're actually kind of useful than any party member. Unfortunately, they tend to focus whoever you're going after, and that can be good in some cases, but for like that mission specifically with the Watchers, it's not. So here we get to fight our first kind of like boss enemy. It's not really a boss, it's more like just a giant Heartless. They kind of introduce you into like, into harder enemies as your like mission to like kill. Axel is being a jerk and keeping a single Heartless spawned on my entire screen. Thank you, Axel, for wasting time. Party members, get them out of here. Right here's a loaded gear. Loaded gear just does more magic damage. And here, since I'm on proud mode, I can use these minute bombs to get big damage. And I don't actually want to get to limit range. And actually, you need to help, but you're not going to. So I'm just going to do that. And yeah, we're fine. So I actually do want to be in limit range. And the reason why I want to be in limit range is because I don't have enough magic as of right now to kill the Guardian. So in order to kill this Guardian, I will be doing a limit as well as one fire, and then a combo to finish him off if I don't do enough from the limit. But I don't want to get sniped from the Watchers right away. Alright, we're good. So I get double cast, which means double cast whatever panel I put into it for being magic will double the amount of casts I have. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put double cast, put the fires in it, as well as block. Also get rid of my skilled gear and put on my loaded gear. My loaded gear will do more magic damage, as well as a bit more physical damage. Mostly for the magic damage though. I don't really need block as of right now, but block is needed in the run, so putting it on there is probably the best place to put it on. You don't actually like run out of like panels at all during this run, and I've done enough runs in the past to the point where I know how to set up my Tetris blocks. I'm bad at Tetris though. At least I can do this. Right here is the poison plant. It dies in 3 fires, and Xion actually helps you out here. And her damage is much needed to use the 3 fires. And if I do this fire and leave the room at the same time, dang it would skip this whole mission complete. But that's a really risky thing to go for. It's fairly easy to go for, honestly. And if you miss it, you just have no fires to kill it again. But it does save time, so might as well go for it. Oh no, I'm gonna get smacked here. Alright, we're good. So from that mission, it gave me a Sign of Resolve. That's the first ring in the game. Unfortunately, the Sign of Resolve boosts our defense. So if I want to be more of a glass cannon and try and get to limit range as fast as possible, we don't actually need that defense. But before I go fight these deserters, there's a chest over here that has a power unit. This power unit boosts our strength by, I believe, 4. And it is very helpful come after day 26 is when we first get our next upgrade to our Keyblade. So right off the bat, I'm going to use a fire, and then try and get to limit range, but deserters can basically one-shot you. I need to hit by 3, and if I hit by 4, I die. So yeah. I don't want to die too many times to these guys, because I do want the money they drop. So instead of going for the limit strats, which is the fastest strats, I'm gonna play it safe. And so I can get the limit, or not the limit, the money. There's so many drops on the screen though that it's actually lagging my game. That's not the stream, the actual game chugging along, trying to keep up with all these drops. We're getting rich though, it's okay. Alright, so day 25, our first actual boss mission. It's everyone's favorite boss fight that never shows up in any other games. Good old friend Darkside. Oh, and for those who are wondering, I am playing this on a DS, the original DS model. It's probably the cheapest capture card you can buy for any of the DS, so I got it because I wanted to stream Spirit Tracks for a marathon at one point. And then I started doing DS speedruns, so yeah. So, since I'm on proud mode, I can use 3 limit bombs to get myself into 3 minute bombs to get myself into limit range. I need one of the early ones to ignite me, which means ignite is a status effect, which is what Xion has right now. She's currently on fire, and she'll slowly have her health drained. But yeah, that's the boss fight. If you have limit, it's basically free because his head's his weak points, and you can use that as he comes down just to kill him rather quickly. Yeah, I needed one of the minute bombs to ignite me there in order to get myself in the limit range. And if I equipped the Sign of Resolve, I wouldn't take enough damage because it gives me defensive bonuses. So right here we get introduced to Mogx, or Mogs, I don't know. Mogx, Moxg, I don't know, what's his name? Please talk to me. Just a Moogle. Okay then. I swear there was a Mogs, or Mogx, whatever the heck it's called. It's one text box too early. Alright, so I'm gonna buy here a Blizzard, Triple Cast, as well as a Chrono Gear. I'm gonna buy 3 Thunders. 3 Thunders, 3 Fires, jeez. And then we're going to equip it all. So Triple Cast gets my Blizzards. I equip a Fire, as well as the Chrono Gear, and a Power Unit. Alright, first mission. This is introducing us to Agrabah. And this mission is another recon mission, so I kind of just have to run around to certain areas, examine them, easy peasy. And this box here is really annoying. The target's in the air, and you can't hit it unless you jump. And it makes it safe to like do 2 slow attacks. And then I'm gonna dodge roll into this corner so that Xigbar comes to me. There he is. And if Xigbar comes to me, he's no longer at the bottom, which means he can't spawn Heartless. Which is the one downside to having partners. Your partners have a spawn radius, and as well as you do. So if your partners are nearby any spawns, they will actually trigger the Heartless to appear. So I want to avoid them spawning anything because one, they don't really help me too much. Yeah, there's a couple things I have to kill here. Oh, I hit the pod. Please die. Thank you. Yeah, I need to examine this mound. There's another Heartless spawn here, which is right over here. But if you hug the wall, you can actually examine the door. There's the spawn, by the way. And you can get it before they ever spawn. So we need one more location, which is right there. But there are Heartless on my screen still, so I have to roll into this corner to give Xigbar over to me. We'll despawn enemies. I went too fast. That dire plant did not despawn. Alright, it's gone now. Alright, so this text box actually matters. The answers you want are A, B, D. I went just double A there. Alright, let's not mess up the second one, or the third one. Okay, we're good. Choosing the wrong option there gets you scolded by Xigbar, because it should be quite obvious that being in the deserts and having sand dunes in your city is not just some sort of prank. Anyways, that's the end of the reconnaissance mission. We can get out of this one. Every single mission I have to return to castle. That's what I'm doing. I probably should have picked up Panacea right there, but oh well. We're gonna get lucky anyways, I believe. If I don't get lucky, I can kill an extra soldier. I need one Panacea in order to have enough money to synthesize an item later on. And that's just hard route into the route, so... yeah. So yeah, Roxas falls asleep for quite a few days. We're going from day 26 to day 51. So yeah, he kind of is a heavy sleeper. And now Roxas is awake again, and we can continue our journey through all of this lore that I am skipping. So this mission right here is eliminate the fire plants. There's quite a few fire plants I have to eliminate, but there's also some cool tricks in this mission. Right off the bat, I start by going a diagonal so I can jump on top of this pot very quickly. And these fire plants die in one blizzard if positioned correctly. So I'm trying to kill all these in one blizzard. Okay, that one actually works. If you do it right, they get hit. So the only time blizzard does damage is as it's moving. So if you do it right, you can like instantly kill some of these fire plants. But I just want to avoid hitting blizzard into a wall, because if blizzard touches a wall, it fizzles out, and I have to cast blizzard again. Right here, I need to kill this barrier master, because he's annoying, and he makes all the fire plants invincible. Ah. You can clip on top of this, for some reason. I used to have like a consistent method to do it, but it's not something I'm used to anymore. So right here I'm going to position myself in a spot that makes it so I can get to this loading zone quickly. If I don't make it to this loading zone fast enough, there's a cutscene that plays. So I got the famous Abu skip. Yeah, the mission's over now, we killed all the fire plants. And let's go. Back to the castle. Alright, so we're gonna go from day 52 all the way to day 71. If you thought I was gonna do 358 individual levels, you thought incorrectly. So right here, Saïx gives us a level multiplier. It's level doubler. It has 4 units where I can put in a level up to level up twice as much as the 4 would give me. But because I can't talk to him until after the alert disappears on the screen, I do a menu there that actually speeds up later mission. Yeah, that information up there, I can't talk to Saïx until it goes away, and I can't press Y like I normally would. If I press Y, it actually brings up my panel menu, and then I have to get through a bunch of menus rather. Yeah, because I could with those 2 fires, it speeds up the Shadow Cloud mission right here just by a little bit. So you can use fire on these Shadow Globs from a distance, and fire homes, so no matter what, it will always hit its target as long as you're locked onto it. This one is a bit tricky because you have to be far enough away or else it won't carve. Right. And then this Shadow Glob right here, you can fire from a distance. Fire will continue going in a straight line for a certain period of time. So you can kind of snipe that one without having to lock onto it. My whole, camera was messed up, but it's still fine. And here's the last Shadow Glob. That's in the route. Move shadows. Alright. So now we get on to probably the most eventful day in the speedrun. Everyone's favorite kind of pastime. Who's ready to sit back, relax, post some resident sleepers, and enjoy an auto-scroller? I am. So this is Pete. This is the first instance of stealth. And basically I have to keep Pete in my blue radius, and I have to stay out of his red radius. But this is really slow. Oh. This only happens 1 of 2 times. The 3rd time isn't actually that big of an ideal. There's 2 instances where I do have to wait. The 3rd instance I actually need to skip. I'm actually pretty close to his sight radius. Alright. Yeah, thankfully he goes to the same spots every single time. So you just kind of follow behind him. Do some janky movements. This is optimal, by the way, guys. Trust me. Alright, we're good. Ooh. There is a 1-frame time saver in this room that I'm not going to go for. I'm going to mention it, but if you were to get caught by Pete on the final frame before the screen transitions, it transitions 1 frame faster. So, you want to go to save the frames, you can risk this whole room. Yeah, right there. If you were to get caught on that fade out, you would actually save a frame. And you have to do it correctly too. If you do it too early, you gotta restart the room. Yeah, that's enough of the stealth. We actually get to kill Hearts now. Kill Hearts, kill Heartless. So finally, we can actually do things in this mission. We need to examine the floor here, else we can't move this pillar. This pillar is needed to get higher into this area. And I need to kill a Scarlet Tango. I can't let you live, buddy. I'm sorry, dude. I did one too many combos on this pillar. So by using a finisher, or the second hit of our Keyblade, we actually push this pillar much faster than normal. Same goes for this box here. You can stand on top of these and push them from above, but in order to push them from above, you have to do single attacks. So you wouldn't get this whole slide off of it. Oops. And this slide actually is what saves the majority of the time. Like, it's not even worth it in a task to stand on top of that block and hit it. It's cool in the fact that you can do it, but it just takes way too much time. Alright, so I gotta move this block back to the other pillar. And the reason being is I don't have high jump, so I can't make it to the top of that pillar. I have to use other means to get up there, and this box is the perfect tool. Alright, so right there, I focused the Scarlet Tango instead of the Dire Plants. For some reason, they thought Axel would be the best party member for this mission, but there's just so many Scarlet Tangos that he actually does nothing in this entire mission, except for like this room. Basically, Scarlet Tangos are fire elements, and if hit by another like same aligned element, they heal. So if I were to focus the Dire Plants and go for the Loudmouth, and then actually take care of the Scarlet Tango, he's currently set to magic only right now. Oops. So he would use a fire in the Scarlet Tango and he just wouldn't do any damage to it. Little optimization. So these large armors, oops, I got hit by his arms. They really reek fire. So I can just kind of wail at them. You shoot one fire to stun them, and then they fall on the ground and kind of reduce their defenses. So this is where magic still like does tons of damage. Like I did kill that guy in 3 fires. But now that we kill that large body, or not large body, whatever the body version of the ones in Agrabah are, there's so many variations of the Heartless and they all have different names. It's kind of annoying, and there's like, you kind of wish that there was one like defined method of naming these guys, but no. They're kind of just like all over the place. But yeah. Alright, so now that we're done with that mission, we get to go do our first mission in Beast Castle. Unlike Agrabah, it's not a reconnaissance mission. A reconnaissance mission happens later. Instead, they kind of throw us one of these, like, more larger, Heartless-focused missions. So all I have to do is find the sergeant and kill it, and anything else in my path is just going to be avoided. So in order to get into the castle, I have to push all these gargoyle statues into their slots. You can do it in one full combo, like right there, but the angle is kind of weird. Sometimes they don't go in. so right here I'm looking for a random drop. There's quite a few soldiers, and the soldiers drop a panacea, and panaceas get rid of all status effects, but for my case, it gives me 1600 money. And that 1600 money is enough money to satisfy my early shopping. And I usually get it off these three guys. We did not get a random drop. Alright. Who's ready to kill some more shadows? Alright, you die. There we go. So right here we get to fight Surgeons. What I'm trying to do here is I'm trying to get my finishers off, and then I'm just going to immediately stun them again with a fire. The reason why I'm using my finishers instead of just doing 2 hits in the fire is I currently have an ability unit on, and that ability unit gives me Thunder Finish, which has a chance of looking the stats ailment Shock. And Shock multiplies your next attack by 3, I believe. So my fire would do 3 times more damage. Maybe like 2.5. I don't know. It's a multiplier. I know Blizzard or Freeze is 3, I think. Either way, it's a damage multiplier. I want it to trigger as much as possible. It's a bit of randomness. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. Right, so coming up is Veil Wizard, and now that I have that Panacea, I do have enough money to do what I need. So I'm going to come back over here to the Moogle. I'm going to sell my Panacea, I'm going to synthesize the Magic Ring, and Magic Ring is very useful. I also want to equip Ether, as well as move, this here, equip that, and put my magic level 2 on, with 3 fires. Alright. So magic level ups basically increase the magic level, pretty self-explanatory. Increasing the level of magics makes them do more damage, or in some cases, like Arrow, it speeds them up a bit more. But the reason why I get Magic Ring is it boosts my magic damage as well as gives me Ether Boost. Ether Boost basically makes it so all my Ethers are high Ethers, and the way Ethers work in this game is because all your magic is basically set amount of casts before it runs out. An Ether would restore 1 cast, a high Ether would restore 2 casts, and an Elixir would restore all casts. You can get Mega Elixirs and Mega Ethers, but they do the same thing as high Ethers and Elixirs. But with Ether Boost, it increases my restore count by 1. So all my Ethers will restore 2 casts of magic instead of 1. And even if I had a high Ether, it would restore all my casts by 3. But high Ethers would go towards Elixirs, and I don't really use Ethers all that much. The only reason why I have Ether Boost is for the early game. You don't get many high Ethers, but yeah. Ethers work perfectly fine, and you have plenty of panels to work with. The estimate is 3 hours and 25 minutes, but I'm gonna give you a small disclaimer. I honestly will see how my run's doing and give you a better estimate later. Because there could be a chance that it might be more than 3 hours and 25 minutes. I might go overestimate, guys. All over. This is a small quiz that Pence gives us, and the quiz remains the same every single time. So it doesn't matter whatever he gives me, it's the same 3 answers. Axel can sometimes teleport right to that edge. Anyways, so now that we've talked to Pence, he tells us about the tree in the woods, and now we can go fight with Yellow Lizard and complete this mission. Also, to the person who asked me to sing them a lullaby in my soothing voice, I am very tone deaf, so I'm gonna pass. Alright, so right here is Lizard. I want to get hit twice by his attack before he advances to the next phase. And I messed up that fire, so I'm probably going to get hit twice here, so that's pretty good. I just need to do enough damage to him. Alright, that's good. Well, I took enough damage, and basically I'm in limit range now. What happens with this limit range is I can wail on him again, and if he attacks me, I get more limit. But he unfortunately gave me a really bad pattern, so I'm going to have to resort to a magic route for this. Oops, that is a potion. I wanted the ether. This is why I equipped the ether before. Ah. Yo, Shadow's using that potion. I did unfortunately use both of my ethers. I did want to kind of save one ether, but I'll have to probably equip another one later on. It's a bit slow, but I do need that one ether. It just makes another mission like much easier. It's kind of like a safety ether. Oh, I forgot to do a menu, whatever though, it doesn't really matter too much. I'll do it next day. Not like I'm losing out on movement. So right here I'm moving away from the Scarlet Tangos. Reason being is the place where they spawn actually is surrounded by a lot of walls. So if they're not near the walls, I can use my Blizzard freely. And that fight was really well. Holy crap, dude. I only threw 2 blizzards, I think. My first blizzard killed 3 of them. Knowing the story in days. Alright, let me give you the quick rundown. Roxas becomes a member in the Organization 13. He gets tricked into doing missions in order to create Kingdom Hearts. Xion gets created in order to help Roxas complete his mission because he does the missions too slowly. And then they try and reawaken Sora, but Xion ends up getting Sora's memories. Xion then unfortunately realizes this due to Riku's help, and then turns good, and then has to then choose who gets to survive, because they're both technically puppets. Roxas and Xion get into a big fight at the end, and then Roxas wins. Xion dies, gets erased from basically existence, and then Roxas realizes that Xion was good, and goes to fulfill Xion's mission and stopping Kingdom Hearts. Roxas tries to go and stop Kingdom Hearts, but Riku decides to be a jerk. And I don't have... okay. I normally have air dash here, but I don't. Anyways, Riku stops Roxas from destroying Kingdom Hearts so that he can reawaken Sora. And that's pretty much the entirety of this game. There's a lot more to it, but you don't really need that much. Alright, well, I'm missing these cycles here because I don't have air dash. Xion's being a bit flashy, and she has air dash right now. I don't. That's one small thing, is your party members get whatever abilities you have when you unlock it. So even though I don't have air dash equipped, she has air dash. But yeah, this whole mission, basically I need to go and find 3 little boxes like this to trigger the next section. And in order to do that, to kill off the Heartless nearby, because again, you can't examine things while there are Heartless around, and the game stops you from doing so. Alright, we actually hit that. That's good. If you don't hit any of those boxes, you have to go back and like to where they are and hit them. It's really annoying. Alright, we're gonna play all of this movement safe here. If you fall down, you waste like 45 seconds. Am I gonna make this cycle? Ooh, oh, alright. Saved. This mission goes a lot faster if I had air dash on. I was just going like full muscle memory, just plow through the game. It's not like I need it though. Like, it's helpful, it makes the movement a lot nicer. And it does save time. It's actually the fastest form of movement at this point in the game. But the problem with air dash movements is you need to do it frame perfectly. So I would have to be mashing my hardest to basically get frame perfect air dashes. Whereas dodge rolling is much cleaner in some areas and more reliable. Alright, so I think I'm at full HP. Okay, I'm nearly full HP, which means I'm gonna go for a risky strat here. I'm gonna try and get an limit as fast as possible off of Pete. The only issue is a full combo from Pete actually kills me. So I'm gonna try and do my best to avoid a hit by jumping right there, and unfortunately I'm gonna have to do the slow strat now. Oh, okay. Never mind, we're doing the fast strat, boys. Alright, so now I need to equip air dash before I forget. Simple as that. Oh, I probably should equip an ether there as well. So in the gray area, it's faster to use air dash because you can dodge roll. Yeah, there's like no runners of this game. I can count all the runners on my fingers on one hand. And basically all of them don't run this game anymore, including myself. But it's still a good and nice challenging speedrun to do. It's a bit more linear than all the other like Kingdom Hearts games though. But like, there's some appeal to it, there's some not too appealing. On the optimizations, let me just say that the world record right now is 320.18. My summa best is a 309.50. So, if you really want to, you can probably get world record if you practice hard enough. But that's the same for every game. If you practice hard enough, you can get world record. But there's plenty of optimizations for this game. It's hard to get a run that cleanly. Even though games get down to like frames, also I need to go fast here. Alright, we're good. You can still practice to get to that caliber. You might not get to that consistency, but you can. There's still like, you can still get that skill level. The only thing is you'd have to push in so many hours. And I'm not talking like hundreds, I'm talking like potentially thousands. Not just motivation. If you want to do something, do it. Don't hold back. Don't forget to take breaks too. Alright, so skipping the days again. We're going from day 76 to day 94. Yeah. There's not much to talk about these days. They're just mostly missions that I have to do. This mission in specific is the Neo Shadow mission. And there's 3 other Heartless I have to kill. And that's pretty much the entirety of the mission. There's nothing too special about it. But, hey. We gotta kill a Neo Shadow. We only have... There's this mission, one more mission, and an actual mission that has stuff in it before we get to our next boss fight. But right here I want Xion to use Blizzard. She's using fire instead. I'm gonna use Blizzard to manipulate her use Blizzard. She still doesn't like me. That's fine then. I'm trying to get those freezes on the Snatcher Dogs, like that one specific. If I get a freeze, they die in one shot. Oops, I fell. The Neo Shadow here likes to teleport around, but thankfully you can just kind of wail him once he comes up on the ground. 3 fires usually kills him. Xion decided to throw out a Blizzard there. The Blizzard doesn't do that much damage. The Neo Shadow has a 10% chance of freezing, so there is some chance of getting a freeze and getting a one-shot, but it's not likely. I'd rather her use fire there. Fire does more damage overall. Also, has anyone been, like, checking the levels? Because it's day 95 and we're still level 1. This has to change sometime soon, right? Oops. Alright, so right here I'm going to try and keep Xion on the left here while killing his Heartless and get her stuck behind the pillar. She actually made it with me. Wow, I am honestly impressed. Normally Xion, if she doesn't get stuck behind the pillar, she falls down, and there's a bunch of Heartless beneath me that do spawn, but I want to get these spawns up here. That way I don't have to come up there later. And if she did spawn below me, there's only a certain amount of Heartless that can be spawned on the screen at one time. The cap is like 3 Heartless, I believe. Oops, Xion, you're kind of dumb. But yeah, I try and get those Heartless up top there, because then I'd have to like do more movement to get up there. And if she spawns one below, you only get to spawn one of the 2 Heartless up there. So it's really annoying. Alright, I didn't get the book trapped, so this guy needs to die. Alright, dude. Large armors are weak to fire, but I do need to hit one on top of his head. And that's high potion. I did pick up an ether, and the ether is just for safety in case this guy trolls me. And in which case he did troll me. Alright, so this is the fabled mission that I personally like to joke about, because there are jokes in the speedrun from old routing. So shout out to my friend Drazurk, who basically routed a majority of beginner. Actually no, I think he routed all of beginner. He routed some of Proud, but I think Iriko did that as well. It was like kind of a collaboration. But a long, long time ago, there used to be a menu specifically before this mission, and in that menu you clear all of your panels. So if you forgot to equip magic, you would be stuck with a stick as your weapon. So, when I come and fight this guy... Yeah, imagine having to use attacks for this guy. I got lucky though and I got a freeze, which I believe is a 10% chance. Alright, so this mission right here is our next boss fight. Going from Darkside, we get to fight our next large Heartless called Antlion. Antlion is probably one of the more easier strats on this difficulty. On any other difficulty, Antlion honestly sucks. Because we do abuse limit range. But the special thing about Proud is the damage Antlion does to us while we're on level 1 is the perfect amount. So yeah. Did I say more easier? I am like terrible with English. Imagine being good at a language as your first language. Alright, so I'm trying not to kill this guy too quickly. I want to make sure... I'm just gonna play it safe. I'm gonna play it safe, so I can do this strat properly. So I get hit intentionally twice by his pillars, and then I get hit by his charge stack here. What this does is it puts me into limit range, and then I can just kind of wail on him because he's stunned. When he hits a wall, he stuns himself, and it gives you free reign. But because I'm in such a certain HP barrier, I can do 2 limits there. And that's enough damage to kill him instantly. So, all the nightmares of trying to avoid, like, falling rocks are gone. There's another variation to that strat where it does save 8 seconds. The only issue is you have to get to a certain spot very quickly, and you only get a chance to get hit by the pillars twice. And he only throws out 3 pillars, so sometimes the pillars can just straight up miss you, and that would just ruin this fight completely. So I played it safe, got the consistent 1 cycle. Easy peasy. And finally, we get to do more things. Oh wait. Before we do more things, let's, skip a couple days. So in light of recent events, I get to upgrade to the rookie rank, which is absolutely nothing for me unless I were to go to multiplayer mission mode. But it also increases whatever's in the shop. So right here, I need to buy some thunders. I need to buy a magic unit, and I need to buy slot releaser and a level up. I need to buy a level up. Alright, so now we're going to readjust our command panel, not command, to equip all of our stuff. We are now no longer level 1, and I need my thunders. I need 1 in triple cast, 1 in level 2, and I need actually ether there. I didn't equip the magic unit. That's actually crucial. My bad, that menu is really clean. Alright, so now that we have access to Thunder, Thunder isn't too powerful, but it is useful for this mission. Did you really just do that? Xigbar, we're gonna have to talk, dude. Anyways, Thunder is very useful for this mission because it kills the little cannons instantly. Little cannons are weak to Thunder. And Thunder is very useful for mid-game. It will get outclassed very, very quickly. But for now, it's one of the most strongest magics, if you can manage to land the entirety of the cast. So the way Thunder works is it shoots out projectiles in a line, and each projectile does damage. If things are against a wall, all the projectiles hits, and it does a ton of damage. Sorcles, dude. Yeah, it also multi-hits fat enemies, but for the most part, if it's going to be used on a single target, it would one-shot them. The main use we use for Thunder is for when they're up against the wall, because it does this effect. I think it will work on these. Yeah, so it gets stuck in the corner. So these are this barrel minigame. Literally a minute of waiting. I want to be on the barrel, please. Get me on the barrel. There we go. Dude, look at these pixels. They're beautiful. Broke it. What is wrong with his face? I don't know, dude. It's just pixelated. So if you thought that was a good mission, why not throw 2 good missions back to back? Lazy day, boys. This is the best day. Are you ready for this day? You're just gonna go by in like a blink of an eye. Alright, we hit this ball once, twice, 3 times, 4. Okay, we're risking it now. 5 times. Alright, there we go. Beautiful. Hopefully did not just waste a frame there. I actually did waste frames, but whatever. They wanted me to do the whole thing again, and I should say, you know, good day, guys. Alright, so I need to equip more magics. We got a Thunder as well as a level up. So now we're level 9, as well as having 7 Thunders. Sometimes I believe before I used to do Thunder and Magic level 2, but The extra thundercasts are very useful here. So this is the reconnaissance mission for Beast Castle, and this time we're going to be doing with Xaldin. It doesn't really matter who we are doing these with, but reconnaissance missions do matter in terms of plot, I guess. Don't attack, please. The main reason why I do this mission before the other mission that I could have done is for this chest in right here. This just makes it so that I don't have to mash 24/7. So Air Slide Plus basically gives me another air dash. So right now I can only air dash once, and once I equip it, I can air dash twice. And that will be the fastest form of movement possible still. Alright, good luck here. I want Xaldin to airlift these sergeants. And he was really nice to me. Really, really kind to me. Sergeants don't have a guaranteed airlift. So getting both of those rather quickly is key. And we got Shining Shards, which means absolutely nothing. I believe Shining Shards are for elixirs. We don't really make elixirs. I make one elixir in this entire run, and I don't even use it. Elixir just for safety. It was more needed for beginner because you use so many magic casts. But it's really not useful. So these snapper dogs have a really high chance of being airlifted, and I'm waiting for them to be both airlifted so I can just do one thunder and they both die. Okay, well, thank you. Oops, I thought there was a little informational tutorial. Wrong mission in. So this bully dog right here is honestly a bully. That actually could have been very bad. I'm just gonna kill it. You can get lucky, and Xaldin can airlift the bully dog, and that would kill it in one thunder, because the bully dog is usually up against the wall. But since it gets in the wall, you can use the thunder to do lots of damage to it, and that basically kills it. And then because our fire is magic level 4, it does a lot of damage. So I just finished it up with that. I still need to wait out Lumiere here. He's really annoying, and if you go too quickly and try and like beat him, you'll always lose. So now that we have Airslide Plus, we go ahead and quit right away. And why not? More ethers never fail me. So this is one of the more dumber missions. More dumber. I'm gonna get yelled at for that one. This is a this is one of the more dumb missions. And this mission introduces the whole like barrel minigame, and barrels are probably the worst thing possible. Before we get to the barrel minigame, we have to clear out some Heartless first. Also, shout out to Sora on the bottom screen. Oh, I almost died. Oops. Alright, so this is the first of 2 barrel minigames. The idea is we have to collect enough heart points to fail our mission gauge, which is on our bottom screen. Thankfully, this barrel minigame is a lot nicer than the second barrel minigame, but barrels do what they please. So I am at mercy to them, and I just need enough heart points. Even though I'm in limit range, it's actually worse to limit them, because you don't kill them in a full combo. And I don't have enough magic to warrant just spamming magic. But thankfully this one you don't need... Where did that barrel go? You don't need as many kills to complete the mission. But I'm gonna keep killing them because I do want the heart points. Heart points are useful. We'll be using them in the shop. If I get enough heart points, I can get an extra level up for the final boss fight. And that's just always nice. Thank you, barrels, for completely missing. I think I had like a 50% hit rate on the barrels. It was honestly bad. Menuing is hard, trust me. Alright, so this mission is one of like 4 missions in Halloweentown. For some reason, Halloweentown, you just only get collect heart missions. This first mission, all the Heartless are out in the open. So I just have to run to the spawns and kill them right there and then. I don't know why I used that bomb. I know the bomb's slower. Normally you would use the fire bombs, and that was the old strat, but honestly, you don't have to use them. All of these ice skate, whatever the heck they're called, they all die in one fire. Same with these guys. You can use fire on this pumpkin, and the explosion kills all of those ghosts. So as long as they don't move too far away from that pumpkin, they'll just home towards me and just take damage from the explosion. So yeah, more cutscenes, more lore. Xion's finally starting to realize that she's just a puppet. Poor Xion. So right here I'm gonna buy Thunder. Actually no, I need to synthesize Thunder. Oops, that's not the right one. And it does say synthesize 2 limit recharges, but I don't need the limit recharges right now. And bam. Okay, good. So what I did is I made Thunder to magic level 4, and what magic level 4 does is it still just increases its damage. So it's going to be doing a lot more damage, and Dark Follower is our next boss fight. A little small thing about Dark Follower, it's basically Darkside, only we get a small little catch to it. And that's just it has more health. So what I'm going to be doing here before I get to the fight is I do want to take damage on Giga Shadow. I want to get into limit range. Surprise, surprise. Alright, you can stop hitting me now though. I don't want to die. Yo, I got the elixir recipe and the airlift. Champ, dude. Good RNG. Alright, so right outside the fight there's some possessors, and you kind of assume what I'm doing. I just need one of them to be on me. Alright, we're good now. Alright, so right off the bat, oh, I was supposed to turn magic into that, whatever. Same as Darkside from 4. His head has the least amount of defenses. So we've used that, but you can also walk behind Dark Follower and just throw thunders at him. Each thunder stacks onto him, so it does full damage for the entirety of the duration. So you can kind of just stack tons of damage up on him. Kind of a bit of an oversight on the devs' part, but yeah. By completing that mission, it gives us a Fira, or a Fyra. Fyra is the most, well, I wouldn't say the most damaging spell, but it is one of the best spells to use. Basically, Fyra is a fireball that you throw in a line, so it's hard to aim it, but if you hit it, it does lots of damage, and we'll be abusing that later on. But for now, I only get 2 casts of it, so can't really abuse it too much. Xion, I swear. Thank you. Party members are really dumb. They just get stuck in places and then you can't go anywhere because they have Heartless spawn on them. So right there, I intentionally was air dashing into the corner. There's a, I believe, Mega Shadow or Giga Shadow right at that corner. But if you air dash right at the corner, it doesn't spawn it. But right here is Avalanche. And if I ignite him, he falls down quicker. If I don't ignite him, it's fine. He falls down in a couple of fires. And then when he falls down, I try and aim a fear across 2 parts of his body. I only got 1 part there. Fear, if it hits 1 part of his body, it can still hit another part. So you can basically do double damage on certain enemies with it. And while it's still being a really high damaging spell, having it do double damage just makes it better. I had to stop myself there because I was going to do the same mistake. Whatever. No, Ruler of the Sky does not get fought until around 2 hours and 15 minutes into the run. But there's plenty of time before that happens. It's a fun fight too. Fun fact, when I first learned that fight, it took me 4 hours to just do it once. But then again, I was learning it on Proud mode, so I guess I kind of had some handicap. I learned this game on Proud mode, and I had never speedrun any of the other difficulties. Well, I kind of handicapped myself in the fact that I learned on the hardest difficulty, but it's also one of the more appealing difficulties in my opinion. Because not only of like... where am I going to? I'm going to Phantom Gear, okay. Not only do you die faster, but your strats are more consistent in a way. Most of like beginner and standard is just using magic. Okay, that's the right mission. There's 3 collect heart missions that you do, and the starting is different all 3 times. I'll have to remember which one I'm doing. But if you have a goal in mind, like running this game on Proud mode, you're gonna have to go through like hundreds and hundreds of deaths. Oops. Oh, nice homing attack. I got hit, dude. Infernal Engine is actually a really good boss fight. And I liked that boss fight mostly because I found the strats for it, along with Drazurk helping out in some of them, but I found the manipulation, rather. I've heard of a high jump. Oh, okay, I know why. My notes don't tell me to buy auto life until the next day, mostly because I'm usually short on heart points, and this is a collect hearts mission, so it makes sense that if I'm short heart points and I do a collect heart mission, I should have more heart points at the end. So. But high jump does speed that mission up a tiny bit. That's why I was kind of like, why don't I have high jump? Yeah, I'm going to the Moogle for auto life. Auto life basically is like a second chance of sorts. But I need to do more menuing. I need to get rid of this Keyblade as well as putting on the Phantom Gear. Enemy magic unit. This is actually supposed to be up here. High jump is also supposed to be right here. Auto life goes here. Ethers. Alright, yeah, I was checking to make sure I'm not doing these missions in the wrong order, but the order that you do these two missions doesn't actually matter. So this is another collect hearts mission. These 3 missions are collect hearts, and they're kind of lengthy, but not really. They're just kind of annoying of a sort. This mission in specific was really annoying back when we first started doing them, but then I believe it was Berserk who just found out that you can just come back here, dude. You don't get to leave from this spot. Yeah, so this loudmouth spawns in the same spot every single time you kill it. Same with every other loudmouth in this map. There's a set spawn for them. But instead of using the barrels and relying on, the collision of this whole map not, destroy you, you can just sit at this spot and it will die from every single magic ability that you have. And we have just enough casts to complete this level. I can even use Blizzard here, and whatever. Alright, I have Ethers though, it's fine. I don't want to miss too many magics. Then I'll throw more Ethers, but honestly it doesn't matter, because Ethers are kind of... you don't need Ethers, I could just keep throwing Ethers right now. And even though, my mission is completed, I still want more heart points, just so I can get that extra level up at the end. Oops. Alright, so that mission no longer is a threat to us at all. I used to lose a minute if you failed that mission, but thankfully you never fail it ever again. This mission here is our first Wonderland mission, and right here's another slot releaser. Where the Heartless, thank you. These type Arias tend to be on the wall, and Thunder just gets rid of them immediately. You can also use fires if they decide to run away. But if they're against the wall, it's... Oops, I'm using a fire. That's dumb. The Sapphire Elegies, Elegy, whatever that is. They have a chance of dodging attacks. So I have to wait for them to actually charge me, so I can get a guaranteed hit. And I'm manipulating these guys to go to the wall. Dang. You can get them both into one thunder. Alright, so right here is another Veil Lizard, but I believe it's called Stealth Lizard now. He starts out against the wall. Oh, Lurk Lizard. So I use a Thunder to get all the damage on him. And then he switched to Fira. And he gave me really bad luck. Normally I don't want him to teleport at all. If he teleports, then I have to search for him. There is a chance if he blinds me, I can't see my mini-map to see where he is, so he didn't blind me there, which is really nice. But the reason why we buy Auto Life is for that mission, because right now I'm in a range where I can limit right after. You usually would just kill him with Thunder, Fire, or Fear, and then 2 limits. And because you wouldn't have to worry about dying because you have Auto Life. But enough of that, we're getting into the next boss fight. So this is Infernal Engine. Normally I would synthesize 2 limit recharges, but I'm pretty confident in my abilities to do this boss fight correctly where I don't need them. If I mess up this strat, it's fine, I'll just probably die, because boss fight can be kind of annoying, but the whole boss fight is manipulatable. I can manipulate the whole boss fight. I can't speak English. People waking up in the house. Yeah, I think someone tried to talk to me like an hour ago, but I have my headphones on, I have no idea. Alright, so right here is Infernal Engine. Right off the bat, I'm going to cancel the information on the top screen with Y. That way I can get access to my shortcut menu as fast as possible. I'm going to be using Furious right at the start, so I don't move from my spot. Once I use the Furious and not move from my spot, he automatically does this attack. Even if you don't move from the spot, he does this attack anyways. So that's really cool. I run up and do a Thunder there just to get more damage in. But being against the wall there manipulates him doing the cannon attack. And the cannon attack advances it so that the archers no longer spawn. So I just need to make sure I guard all these and not dodge roll into them and cost my whole life bar to go away. But from here on out, I use Thunders across the entirety of Infernal Engine, as well as air combos in between. I do the air combos mostly to stall the soldiers. I need to go from corner to corner. If I stay in one corner, I kill the soldiers and sometimes gain HP orbs. But this allows me to keep my HP down to a very low HP. And if I keep wailing on him and then jump before he does his attack, he'll do his ramming attack. And because I'm at a certain low HP, I can get 3 full combos off on my 1 limit, which does a ton of damage to his health bar. And then I rinse repeat. That is the fastest possible kill for Infernal Engine that you can ever do. And you can get that kill every single time. Alright, so right here, we can get Blizzara. I'm going to be buying Blizzara, 2 of them, as well as a magic boost level, or magic level 3. And then if I have enough, I do not have enough. That's unfortunate. I would buy limit boost there, which would give me more limit gauge. But I don't have that, and I can't equip it. I'm trying to equip it. I don't have it. Fine. I do need to move these commands though, not commands, panels. Down, Blizzara goes here, Blizzara goes on triple cast, as well as Thunder gets placed there. Thunder goes here as well as my fire. It's placed there, and that's all I need. So we're substituting out Blizzard for Blizzara. Blizzara has a really high chance of freezing things. I actually don't go into this yet. I forgot something in my menu, and that is... oh no, I had 2 ethers already, never mind. I didn't check my ether count. I need at least 1 or 2 ethers for this mission, because you use so many magics that it ends up draining all of them. And I need some magic at the end of the level, or else I can't kill things and actually leave. No, we do not fight any Emerald Serenades. Emerald Serenades are all optional missions, and there's like 3 or 4 of them. These are the pink Canceros, and you can honestly just use a Blizzara, fire, fire, and they're dead. This is the power of freezing, and a majority of our magic will start from freezes now. Just because when you freeze something, it multiplies your next attack. So anything that does a lot of damage gets multiplied, dealing more damage. Imagine that. Yeah, right here, I'm out of Blizzaras. I need more Blizzaras. I'm getting really unlucky. I normally don't have to waste this many Blizzaras on enemies. Yeah, Blizzara is kind of broken. We get a more disgusting combo later on, but it does include Blizzara. Alright, I have 1 Blizzara to freeze this guy. Please don't fail me, game. Thank you. I think I missed 3 freezes on 1 guy, and Blizzaris has like an 80% chance to freeze. Or something high like that, it's honestly ridiculous. So right here is a Surgeon, and I do need to kill him. I can't actually leave until this guy is dead. And then if I go through this room properly, dang. My camera was messed up, so it kind of ruined my whole like setup. If I go through this room properly, I shouldn't spawn another Heartless. Let me do that correctly this time. There we go. I still need to remember to buy a limit boost though. I'll buy it now. Why not? Just so I don't forget to buy it and forget to equip it, and I get to guard armor, I don't have limit boost, and I kind of become really sad. Alright, so I need to equip Glide now. Just kidding, I don't have Glide. I get Glide the next mission. So Lazar still has a ton of damage. And we basically use it to kill a lot of things rather quickly. Like, the damage of Lazar is more... It's less than Fira, but more than Fire or Thunder. Unless Thunder hits multiple times. Then Thunder is better than this. So here's the Wave Crest. The way you want to kill this fast is you want to hit abilities or magic across multiple parts. Same thing as I was trying to do for the, what's it called? I don't even remember what it's called, the Avalanche. It was kind of a bad fight though. I missed one of my thunders. But again, if it hits multiple parts, it does more damage. Alright, so now we get Glide. Glide is now our fastest form of movements in conjunction with Air Dash. Air Dash and Glide on its own is very, very slow until it gets to the maximum speed. However, there is ways to get to maximum speed right away, and that's by air dashing into immediately gliding. The glide keeps the speed from the air dash, and it just so happens to be max speed. So, whenever you're going to glide, you air dash beforehand. Oh, I need to do the barrel thingies, pumpkins. I want to take some damage here because I want to be in limit range. Enemy here has the fire finish. Did I open this? Okay. And what fire finisher does is on the ice skater bombs, if you do a fire finish on them, they explode immediately. So unfortunately I'm not in limit range, and that's mostly because of how this whole area I didn't take any damage from the bombs. That's fine though. So right here is lock, shock, and barrel. I also did this mission wrong, but it's okay, I can recover. What I'm trying to do is I want to get these guys up against the wall, and then Thunder just take care of them immediately. But they can be kind of annoying. This is fun. Where are you shooting from? Lock, get over here. I was way too high for that. Alright, so right here is one more skater bomb. Again. This seems like a really weird mission gauge. I must have missed something else. So I'm gonna kill this thing again. Did I miss something? I missed these. Amazing, dude. I thought my mission gauge was really... whatever. Mistake. Alright. No, those are done. We skipped more days because, again, who does... most of the days don't even exist. Yeah, Xion's been getting some of Sora's memories. Good lore. Oh, I don't have enough thunders here. Oh well. So before I go and fight these guys, there's a gear component B chest here. That gear component B is used for... I believe it's the Phantom Gear Plus Plus. Oops, I don't want to get this. Alright, good. Alright, right here I want this guy to charge and not do that. That's very scary. I'm dead. Okay. That's the first death in like... what, since day 14? This guy is really annoying. He's like 4 different attacks, and I want him to do a very specific one, which is this one right here. If you guard it, his defenses get lowered, and he just kind of dies from Blizzard. I unfortunately get a freeze, but I'm just going to keep doing this until he dies. Before I kill the destroyer, there's a Slalix chest right here that I want to grab. Actually, I have enough thunders. I want to explode these minute bombs just for free heart points. Oh, I only got one. Dang. Again, if I can get free heart points, I will go for those free heart points. Because I'm already behind heart points, meaning I'm probably not going to take the extra level up at the end, which is a bit unfortunate. but it'll be fine. If I don't get the extra level up, it just means the final boss fight is slightly slower, and the strat I would do for it probably won't happen. Yeah, we got destroyed by a cannonball. Thank you, Hook. So Hook can fire random cannonballs, and the cannonballs one-shot me on Proud. Thank you, Axel, for being really dumb. Well, I kind of don't want to get hit by the cannonballs. I'm going the wrong way. The good thing about these ARPA flyers, they do always drop a Power Tech Plus. And these Power Tech Pluses don't really do much, but if I wanted to, I could sell them for 1,600. No, actually no. They sell for 1,800 money each. But when they're behind in money, they're just there. Alright, so this next mission is the second stealth mission, but we hardly even see the stealth, honestly. I'll be doing strats that avoids all the stealth in this mission. There's only one other Wonderland mission they do that does have stealth in it, but that one comes much later, and really the stealth is only just one guy. Somebody say stealth mission? Hog champion. So this guy right here is introduced, and they're the guards. I have to wait for him. He's not the part of the stealth that's really important because he takes like no time. But these commanders have a chance to drop Dark Ingots, and Dark Ingots are a resource that I need for later on. If I get one drop, that's fine. I do need to pick up this arrow recipe too because I didn't get one earlier. I do want one drop. If I don't get one drop here, I'm gonna be a bit mad. I also don't want to die. This guy is not being frozen. Rude. Alright, there's a Dark Ingot drop. So I'm fine in terms of drops in this level. And what I'm gonna be doing is I'm gonna be positioning myself on this wall. And when this guy gets close enough, you can just glide right past him. And you can make a cycle right here, where you can come in between these two sites. Why did I jump? That was perfect, and then I just decided to jump. I was trying to save frames. Let me do this again. That was a bad showcase. You can stand in between these two sites, and you can wait for this guy to move away. Oh my god. Wow, he didn't get frozen. I missed like 5 freezes. That's honestly impressive. Low kills, man. Never lucky. Alright. For safety, I'm gonna grab this chest over here. This chest in it has a dark ingot as well. And that should be enough dark ingots to get what I want. I think I only need 1 drop. And if I don't get the drop, I get that chest. But I get to grab it anyways, just for safety, because it wastes no time. Alright, so now we get to go to Olympus Coliseum, and we get to fight guard armor. So this is the next boss fight. And before I do that, I actually need to do this. Because... I synthesized 2 limit recharges, and I was supposed to do that much earlier, but I didn't do it because I knew I was going to do the Infernal Engine strat first try. So instead, I have to get them now. I do need more limit recharges, and if I don't use them here, then I save them for the final boss fight. I already have limit boost on, which means I put on some recharges and then ethers. So before I go into these sort of like missions, not missions, an arena, rounds, okay, there we go. Before I do these rounds, I pick up that slot releaser chest. I still need more slot releasers just to make it so that my menu is somehow somewhat feasible to like manage. Dude, these shadows are sliding. Alright. These search ghosts die from 1 barrel. They also spawn in the same spot, so when they spawn I'm gonna Blizzara them, and Blizzara has 2 hits. Oh shoot, whatever, it's fine. Blizzara has 2 hits, and the Blizzara, if it hits twice, actually kills these guys in 1 shot. Can you not kill me though? That'd be much appreciated. Whatever, that's fine. The death takes like no time. Even though I kill Heartless, they remain dead. So this is the only Heartless I have to kill now. Those deaths in the Coliseum really aren't that big of a deal. It's just annoying. It wastes like 20 seconds. Alright, so these guys, the ice cannon just dies from 1 Fira, but I have to watch where he goes so I can catch him. And the striped Arias die from the, whatever that's called, barrel. Alright, I have a high chance of dying in this mission, or this round as well. I got level 1 debuff, and that's not good. So the tail bunker gets stunned by the barrel, and then instead of throwing more barrels at him, you can get Blizzara to hit multiple parts of him, and you can potentially get a freeze, which means he basically dies instantly. Oops. Increase war off. Alright, he's dead. So this is Xigbar. I'm gonna intentionally take damage from him. I want to get in a certain health range to make guard armor. Holy smokes, dude, I've never seen you teleport like that before. I need it in a certain health range that makes guard armor very easy. I think I'm just barely outside the range, but I can just throw a limit recharge and it'll be fine. Yeah, I'm barely outside the range. That's unfortunate. I was trying to get into a range where I could do 3 full attacks in 1 limit, but I don't have that luxury, so I have to play things a little slowly. I do have to throw 1 limit recharge because I'm not going to kill these things in 1 limit. Alright, guard armor's dead. Yeah, so a lot of the bosses are just limit spamming. And now we get our bread and butter combo of the entire video game. We get final limit there, and then if we go to the Moogle finally sells us Fira. So we're gonna buy Fira, 2 of them, as well as Quadcast, and I believe another magic unit. Fine. I want that magic unit. I synthesize a Fira as well. That should be enough Firas for my run. Alright, so I equip Quadcast, and into Quadcast goes... where is it? Fira. I replace Thunder. And I equip Glide, as well as this magic unit, as well as... where is it? Final limit. So the Glide plus that I got just makes Glide go faster. So that's why we buy it, it's just so that we can get to places a bit quicker. So this mission for the Carrier Ghost, I just have to go to the area that he's in, and one small thing about its missions is the map stays the same across many missions. So that hole I blew up there from a previous mission remains, and it skips having to go into another map. Please do not do this to me, thanks game. Another map which would severely lag my system. For some reason they decided that spawning 6 Heartless all in one room, along with having drops, was a very good idea. And then they thought it was smart enough to do that twice in the same room. But yeah, the bread and butter combo is Bazaar and Fira. Bazaar locks them in place and freezes them and clicking the multiplier. And because Fira is such a high damaging spell, their HP bar just goes away. Yeah, Blizzara and Fury is basically a bread and butter combo. There will be chances that I don't use Blizzara and Fury. Like, if I'm trying to melt something's HP, I will be using Blizzara and Fury most likely. There are instances where I don't use it, such as like boss fights and smaller enemies that can be one-shotted with like fire or arrow that I'll be getting later on. PS6. Dude, I love chat. The longest day. Not actually the longest day. It's just more the longest day in terms of plot. So this is the last stealth mission. And the stealth mission doesn't really have stealth. There's just one person I have to wait for. And then the rest are all cycle based, and the cycles are very easy to hit. So this guy right here, this jerk, takes his sweet time to enjoy the view of this maze. Isn't this a pretty maze, guys? Look at these pixels. Alright, we're done with the stealth. So here I'm just going through the maze. I have to hit, I believe, 4 light switches. And the third one spawns Heartless. And what I have to do now is I have to go to the 4th one. And we can kind of abuse the spawn mechanics of the game. Because the game only allows a certain amount of Heartless to be spawned on the screen at once, we make our way to the switch as fast as possible. We can avoid this spawn that's right at the archway. And we can hit this switch before they spawn. If they were to, like, that spawn right there, if they were to actually appear, I wouldn't be able to hit the switch until they were dead, so it just saves time. But now that I've hit that switch, we can go kill the Neo Shadow. Or the Nova Shadow, my bad. I set up Blizzara here, and then I just intentionally sit here until the Nova Shadow shows up to accept his fate. Oops. Oh. No. Okay, that's bad. Okay, we're good. Get some extra heart points. I forgot to equip some level ups there, and if I equipped the level ups, I would have had enough magic to one-shot all those guys. That's my fault. I thought I didn't need them, and now I realize why I put them on. Imagine skipping something in the route actually loses time. We talked to Luxord there, and he uses the Combatech ++. And Combatech ++ allows us to make a better Keyblade, I believe. But before we make the Keyblade, I need to go do the hardest mission in the entire run, and that is this mission right here. Alright, good stuff. So that's a glide level up. Alright, now I need to buy Slot Releaser, I need to synthesize, I actually need to sell. Holy smokes, I'm so far behind in money. Luck Tech can go, Power Techs can go. I think that's enough though. Alright, I need to buy the Vitality Ring and the Phantom Gear ++. Alright. I need to move this over here, de-equip that. Phantom Gear with all 5 units. I need to equip the Vitality Ring here. Glide level ups. This moves over here. And that's all. So now we've done all of our setup, we can do Leechgrave. So the Vitality Ring gives us a kind of a brick wall to our magic abilities. I was supposed to hit. I was supposed to hit too. So these Tentaclaws, I'm trying to avoid wasting too much magic on them. I need to save 8 Fears for the boss fight. Because I'm going to be doing the safe strat, I don't want to go for the risky 1-minute time saver. Oops, I need to hit all these Bizarros. Taking damage here is fine as well. If I angle this thunder properly, this guy dies in one thunder, but I did it when he was attacking, so it didn't really work. Alright. So I have 9 Fears and 2 Bizarros, which is more than enough magic to fight Leechgrave. I'm also in limit range, but I still need to take more damage. So I'll be lowering my health even further. So as this fight starts out, there are 4 tentacles, or Tentaclaws, not tentacles, and Leechgrave itself. By running up to a Tentaclaw, you aggro it, and it will basically attack. There are some instances where they just ignore you completely, and it's really annoying. Yeah. Now I'm in critical HP, and I can start doing things. I want to kill this Tentaclaw right now, but he disappeared, so that's unfortunate. Alright, this is fine. I might have some bad luck here, he might take the poison right away. Now we're good. So whenever you kill the 4 Tentaclaws, Leechgrave falls down and becomes stunned. His defenses are then lowered as well, meaning you can wail on him right now. And then once he comes back up, the Tentaclaws respawn. Please notice me. Notice me? Gosh. So he killed the 4 Tentaclaws off again, and it will stun him. Please notice me. Thank you, Tentaclaw. Great, my DS is malfunctioning again. This is beautiful, just what I needed. Alright, that's Leechgrave. I hate the safe strat, but whatever. I didn't want to go for the risky strat and die and just waste my time. I'd rather go for something safe. Oh, I almost got that. Dang. You can go out of bounds on that ledge. Doesn't actually do anything, but you can go out of bounds. It's over, but the game developers thought it was a good idea to put 2 boss fights back to back. So now that we're done with Leechgrave, we move on to Crimson Pranksters. Crimson Pranksters are basically the Trickmaster, and there's a reason why it's called Crimson Pranksters. There's 2 of them. The Ultra Instinct Sephiroth. Beautiful. So here I'm gonna buy Arrow, as well as Aerial Recovery, as well as Synthesizing an Arrow. So Arrow is a very high damaging spell. Wait, no. I need to continue adding things to this deck. Do I... no. Okay. I'm gonna store this deck for later. And that's just basically gonna make things a bit easier when I come around to day 301 when I fight Ruler of the Skies. When I fight Ruler of the Skies, I redo all my magics, and then I want to get these magics back. So it's much faster just to store the tech than to redo them all. Alright, so Crimson Pranksters, the catch to them is you have to kill them both at the same time or else they'll reform. So, wish me luck, boys. Invisible Fire Monk S. I hear that. I don't want to touch that. That's bad. Of course you do that. I'm dead. If I don't die, it's a miracle. Why are you so bad? I actually can't kill these guys now. Because of that one, this one guy right here. This dude. Holy smokes, dude, don't do that to me. He tried to kill me instantly. Alright, we're playing this fight super safe. Kind of what you have to do when the fight goes poorly. He should be dead though. Or not. This fight sucks. Alright, we didn't die, but the fight went really slowly. It's kind of a bad fight, but it's whatever. The start got messed up and I took damage from the invisible fire, which can happen. But sure. We can relax now. So, what happens now is, after the boss fights comes a lot of randomness. There's around, let's see, 5 days of pure randomness, and there's nothing I can do about it. So, hopefully, the game gives me good luck. I don't have any ethers. That's... again. Normally I have ethers here because I would have them left over from Crimson Pranksters, but my Crimson Pranksters didn't go well, so I don't have any ethers. Oh well. I'll just have to conserve my magic. Where are you going? Is that gonna hurt me? No, it won't. I'm out of blizzards, but there's nothing else in this that I need to blizzard. And this whole round I just hit barrels and I kill things. If I get a red barrel, it's better because I can kill multiple things with one barrel, which is faster. But I have not seen a single red barrel this entire run. Kind of the unfortunate aspect of RNG. Sometimes it smiles upon you and blesses you with good luck, and other times it just like, here, have slowest option. No red barrel. That's fine. Oh, I missed the switch monster. This guy like runs around, so kind of annoying. Yeah, I don't need any more red barrels anymore. Here, I don't even think I see a barrel at all after that. Oops. Nice shot, dude. Imagine going from like half HP to no HP and getting popped to your auto life because you couldn't even see the attack. Alright, so this is the last round for this mission. Time to use my non-existent manipulation strats to get the perfect luck. And Stalwart Blade is dead. The Stalwart Blade is weak to arrow. And again, those enemies, if you guard them, their attacks, their defenses get lowered. Alright, so this mission is pure randomness. Oh boy. This is Riku. He's one of the imposters, and his whole fight is hit-based. Thankfully he's giving me good luck on where he teleports to, but it's still annoying. I ideally don't want him to teleport to the top right portion of the map. If he does, I have to walk around a very long portion, and it's really slow. Yeah, this is kind of slow now. Alright, so right here I want to take damage off of these fire plants. It gets me into limit range rather quickly. And you can dish out a lot of hits really quickly in limit. Oops. Alright, we got some extra points. He was one hit away too, I think. And if you thought that mission was kind of bad in terms of like how hit-based it is, this mission is worse. They literally took the last mission and put it on steroids. And then just throw it at you. They don't even care. So first off, I have to kill a bunch of Mega Shadows. Ideally, I want them just to give me no limit range, but they're not being cooperative. So I'm just spamming magic until I do so. Please don't kill me. Alright, the issue now is there's a ton of enemies in this next room, and I have a very high chance of dying. But now I have to deal with Xion, and I fell. Alright, that's fine. So the way Xion... Oh my god, I'm dead. Alright, we're alive. The way Xion works is you hit her 7 or 5 times. And then she'll teleport. The only issue is she takes off your lock-on. So it's very hard to get these hits out on her, because she'll just dodge roll away. And she's giving me really bad patterns on her spawning locations. She's literally one hit away, and she's running away. Thank you. Oops. The Shadow Glove mission is the last Shadow Glove mission we'll ever have in the run. And a lot of these are in very easy to get locations. Oh wow. I did not mean to hit you, Rare Vendor. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Oh, I missed, dude. I'm gonna lag. Don't do it. Bubble beat. Okay. Bubble beats are probably the worst enemy in the game. And it's not because you don't kill them at all. It's because their attack makes your game run at like 5 FPS. This is our last mission before our next boss fight. We have to fight the Phantom Tail here. But before we fight the Phantom Tail, we have to get them to actually spawn. And in order to do that, we have to come over to Hook's quarters, say hello, give her girlfriend Hook a nice pat on the back. Tell him he's doing a good job. Find out he found the treasure map. And this treasure map only leads us to Wild Goose Chase. Useless. The Phantom Tail is a small mechanic where if you hit him in the head or below him, he'll negate all damage and just teleport away. You can still receive status effects, but I ideally don't want that to happen. I'm trying to aim these Fearas across two parts of his body. It's kind of hard though, because he's moving still. That's gonna get him to teleport, yep. That's still a fine Phantom Tail. Alright guys, so I've been seeing this in the chat, and it's that day, guys. Can I buy a slot racer, please? Thank you. Alright. I need to do this, then move this here, level ups. Now I sort the deck. Okay. Fires. Alright guys. Wait, I didn't check my stats. Are my stats good? My stats are perfect, thank you. Don't press that button. Everyone's favorite ruler of the sky. So this boss fight's basically a nightmare. And I'm gonna try and do it fast, but I can't do it too fast or else I'll die. I shoot a Feara there to hit him early on, and if I shoot a fire, it also then advances to the next stage. If I fly up just a little bit, time my Feara, I can hit him again, and then I can just fly around here. He's gonna then charge me 3 times, that's 1, 2, and that's 3. And then I'm gonna run towards him, and I'm gonna cast a fire here. It's gonna hit him and skip a coin phase. So now he's going to charge at me 5 times. So there's 1, 2, 3. I got hit, that's fine. 4, and 5. Get a fire range for a little extra damage. You can skip all the coin phases, being this attack right here. The only issue is you have to fire a Fear at him as he's charging you, and in Proud Mode I only have 4 hits before I die. So I'm trying to avoid death as much as possible. This is a really bad pattern, but I think it's still salvageable. So I'm not using my top screen at all, because it will turn to blue orbs, guaranteed. He charges 7 times here, and that his attack's already over. Oops, I got hit. That's killing him. That's fine. So now I'm almost in perfect range for limit, but it's fine. You can get 3 fires here off for free, and that will push him to his next phase. And I'm going to be shooting some magic at him for free damage. And I'm going to get out of his way before he charges right towards me and takes a quick one and hits me. Alright, so these pillars I want to avoid. I'm playing it a bit risky being out here in the open, but I don't really want to deal with him on land. I'm waiting for him to stop flashing, and then I can come in underneath of him, go in between his head and body, and you can actually just limit him here for free. And that's where those guys. I got pushed out, but I still couldn't limit him for free. I just had to be careful or else I would have gotten just destroyed. Alright, so now that we've finished with those guys, we get to take a small break. And I'm gonna take this break to drink some water, because I've been talking non-stop for 3 hours, or relatively 3 hours. I haven't been talking non-stop for 3 hours, or else my throat would have been dead. But I need to relax for a bit. Oh yeah, and for pace, I said the estimate might be like 3 hours and 30 minutes. I really hate these barrels, these crates by the way. But I actually might be on estimate for 325. So, we'll see. It all depends on how the final boss fights go. So this mission kind of requires high jump level 3, but there is a way to actually get around the high jump portion. It's impossible to jump up to this ledge without high jump. Nice lag. But you can jump up here with that box, and that box is going to get pushed into its little spot over here. So we won't only be able to use the box to get up there. So instead of using the box, let me just push these in. They're kind of annoying to push. They like to go on their own. No, don't do that. Okay. They did. If I had done a finisher there, I would have pushed the box against the wall and just wasted time. Anyways, we can jump on top of this pot, and it's just enough to make us up on top of this ledge. We don't have to equip high jump at all, saving us a menu. Or rather, we don't have to level up high jump. Nope, I need to skip the cutscenes. We don't get to watch all the lore. Alright, so this fight for the Spike Crawler, if you could do enough damage to kill him, it'd be faster, but we cannot do enough damage to kill him, so instead I'm gonna wait a minute and I'm gonna drink some water. Have fun, chat. Spam, I don't know, PogChamp for this amazing strat. Alright guys, Xion decided to do something for once, and she instantly kills the Spiked Crawler. But good job, Xion. Proud of you. Press 1 if you want to see Xion jump again. We actually don't see Xion ever again, so unfortunately if you press 1, well, you kind of got, I don't know, bruised? Is that the words? So the quick target position here is I'm basically killing everything in the first room. Oh wow, I actually hit the Sapphire LE. Oh yeah, debated. That's a good one. Okay, I have to wait for the Sapphire LEs to move, because if I don't wait for them, they're going to just attack me. Or, well, they're gonna... my attack's gonna miss them. Oops, that was the wrong move. That's the right one. I got bodied. Alright, we're good. So I don't actually wait for any of the, they're called Sapphire Algaes in that room, because there's so many more enemies in here that, oops, I'm out of fires. It doesn't matter, really. Where are they? There he is. I didn't kill this guy? Wow. Alright, dude. You got me. Got you now. Alright, so this next mission, I believe, is Six Heartless mission. If not, it's the Orcus mission. And that one is also best, and then we do the Six Heartless mission. But we're coming up to 358 days, guys. The game's almost over. Before I go to the fight, I need to get the slot releaser. Alright, we're good. What's the 2 for? The 2 is because it's separated between two characters, being Roxas and Xion. Alright, so we fight the Orcus here, or yeah, Orcus. I was right. It's actually Xion, spoilers. Axel comes in and separates you two, and you were both apparently fighting Orcus versions of each other. You can get 3 full, actually I need to do this real quick. We're good. Actually, no, we're not good. More ethers. Alright, we're good now. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, so in your panel system, you can have 3 full panels. I don't know how many panels per panel, but there's a lot of slot releasers. Dust Flyer mission. Press 1 if you want me to do Dust Flyer, guys. Actually, no. Press 1 if you want to see me attempt Dust Flyer. That's a better one. I'm seeing a lot of ones. You guys want me to do Dust Flyer? Man. I will try and kill Dust Flyer for the chat. Alright, Stalwart Blade, you need to do this certain attack. Thank you. You can actually safe spot the Dust Flyer if you really want to. Hit me, Shadows. You did no damage. I need the shadows to like. I need something to do damage to me. I'm too high of health. Okay, that works. Okay. Freeze, please. Thank you. Yeah, Dustfire. You can kill Dustfire with only Thundagas, and you can safe spot him, but it takes like 14 elixirs and like 16 casts of Thundaga in your deck. Kinda cool. Yeah, a lot of Thundagas, like 156 of them. Alright, so I waited there for the powered armor to separate its body. That way I can just kill it right away as soon as it comes out. Alright, so for the chat, I am sacrificing really good pace here to go attempt Dustfire. It's for the marathon, boys. I got a hit, guys. That's all I needed. It was a crit, too. Alright, we're out. Peace. That was my attempt. Yeah, no, I can't kill Dustfire at the moment. I'm too under levels. Never pressing 1 again. Press 1 if you never want to press 1 ever again. What? Arrows, please don't do this to me. Oh my gosh, dude. Oh, I cannot aim these Bazaars today. Alright, guys. Time to place a shiny device. And then get immediately ambushed. Wow, I could have not seen that coming. I'm dead if I get hit by that. Oh man, dude. I got blinded. Land armor, be nice. Alright, goodbye land armor. It was nice knowing you. I can keep him stunned like this forever. Level 1 Dust Flyer. Have you ever done that before? I haven't. Alright, so right here we come to the end game. We have 3 boss fights to go. We need to not redeem. We need to synthesize. What? Where are all my stuff? I'm so confused, dude. I'm missing a lot of items. Oh wait, there's a level quadrupler. I can still finish the run. This is just like really surprising. I've not had this happen before. I just have to do like really old strats and hope. So I was supposed to get the champion gear, the critical ring, and then power units and level ups. But I couldn't buy the champion gear. Which is gonna make Xion slower. It's gonna make this fight a tiny bit slower, but I'll just do ancient strats. This fight used to be done with this Keyblade anyways. It only got changed because the champion gear plus gave more strength bonus. Whatever. That's kind of unfortunate. I'm not sure why I'm so short. Like, I'm short combo tech pluses. Wait. No, I sold my combo tech pluses, I think. Oops. Can't sell those. Whatever, though. The run will continue. I will finish this run. One thing about using the Phantom Gear Plus Plus is it does have a high magic stat. The only issue is you don't have a lot of strength, but it's okay because this fight's kind of a joke anyways. Yeah, that's all Saïx. You just limit him to death. Pretty easy. Don't withdraw there. Alright, so now we get to fight Xion. And then we get to fight Riku. But I'm gonna check one more time because I'm honestly baffled. That I can't make this item. I'm trying to think of where I got, like, if it was randomness that made it so I couldn't have this. You there. Talk to me. I don't even see the critical ring. Like, this is so bizarre. There's supposed to be a critical ring that I'm supposed to get here, but it's just not there. Champion gear, I sold my combo tech pluses, which I That was a mistake. Gear component C, I don't know why I'm sure on that. That's really, really odd. Oh wait, critical rings right here. You know, sometimes I'm really dumb. It's right there, guys. That's what I was supposed to buy. Anyways, I guess kind of like ruined that. So we're gonna wing it some more. Who likes winging things? Oops. No, not yet, actually. I only have one limit recharge? Oh my gosh, dude. Alright, so Xion's gonna be stupid slow. But it's fine. I'm so dumb. I looked at my notes and it says buy. And in my head I'm like, synthesize. Whatever, this is Xion. The first phase, I'm basically trying to get myself into limit range, and then keeping that. She's very weak to magic in the first phase, as well as the second phase she's weak to magic, so I'll be doing quite a fair bit of damage. Third phase as well, she's weak to magic. And then the fourth phase, she's very resistant to it. I manipulate her to attack me right there, and then I start wailing on her with my Keyblade. Because I have the power that increases, I don't think this is going to change the fight too much, honestly, with this Keyblade. Yeah, that's second phase done. I am going to do a safe strat here. Unless... Let's go for it, honestly. I only have one limit recharge, so it might be bad. I need to wait right there. Alright, good. So we didn't die to the third phase, and to get my limit back, we're going to then just die to this phase. So yeah. Dying to fights resets my limit, and pretty much it. Yeah, Vector to the Heavens, pretty good song. This whole fight right now is I'm going to just be wailing at her until she's around 5 bars of health. And then I'm going to try and limit her to skip the phase. I need to get into limit range. Thank you for having level 1 debuff. Please get that off me now. Alright, so I need to do one more bar of health, and then I can go for a phase skip. Alright, so right here I'm doing limit as she's attacking. And I'm gonna try and wail on her and take her down 2 bars of health. If I don't get 2 bars of health, it's okay. I didn't have enough for limit. Crits. Yo, bless crits, dude. I got the phase skip, which is nice. So there's two desperation moves that she can do here. This is the second of the two. She can still do her first one. Yeah, she's gonna do her first one here. Ooh, okay, that's not good. I might die here. If I get hit twice here, I'm dead. Alright, boys. We have no auto life. And we're fighting the final boss on 1 HP. And we're getting desperation moves 3 times. Great. I just play a stupid safe, but this is fine. Alright, she is dead. And one more fight to go. I'm barely not gonna make estimate, by the way, because of that. That's unfortunate. Alright, so before we fight Riku, the final boss, we have to kill 8 Neo Shadows. They all die in 1 hit. And yeah, time comes as soon as this guy dies, so I'll say it though. Alright, so I manipulate him in a way that gives me... Okay, he decided not to do it. There we go. If you use magic on him, he tends to do this attack much more. And that attack does a ton of my health, which puts me in the limit range very quickly. And then from there, it's basically the same thing. Kind of just limit him until he dies. Okay, this is a bit scary now because he can do that move whenever he wants. Yeah, I have a feeling he's gonna do it again. And wait for him to move.